What's up? We back with another episode of 411 Uncut. Today, we got a very special guest on the couch, man. My girl Tasha Bands, Blick Buddha in the building. What's going on?
What it do, Nella D?
Hey, not much. I'm glad you're on this couch. It's about time.
It is too. It's time.
It's time, man. I've had a privilege of meeting you back in 2022 at my showcase I did in Columbus. You've been like the only girl to come through each year and shut it down. Only female coming through shutting it down. So we'll get into that.
Sure.
We'll get into that. But first, Tasha Bands, for anybody that don't know, let them know what part of Cincinnati you from.
I'm from the west side, from Fairmount, known as the Blick. A lot of people know it as the Blick. Way before niggas start calling sticks Blick, we was calling the hood Blick. And it's not based on gunplay or none of that. But, you know, it's definitely been called Blick way before people even said Blick. So that's where I'm from.
Man, what was it like for you growing up on the west side of Cincinnati? What's that like?
It just was always like a mix and a blur. You know, ain't nobody coming through there really showing you the way a lot of times. You know, it's just like... You just never know what you're going to get, though, either. Sometimes a light might come through there. You know, it's some genuine people out there. Yeah. So you just never know what you're going to get. It's just whatever you make it, man. But
for sure,
it's good people out there.
Yeah. Now, growing up, what was you into growing up? Like, what kind of kid was you? Was you in any sports?
I was a tomboy. I was a tomboy to the core. Like, man, like, also, like, keep it hot. Like, I remember... I was such a tomboy. I remember, like, I used to hang up under my brother, like, so bad. Like, he came outside, we having a water gun fight. And I remember, like, my first time knowing what females can't do and what, like, the difference between being a girl and a boy. Like, he came outside with his shirt off. I came outside with my shirt off. And my uncle was like, hell nah, what you got going on? Like, he checked me and I like, damn. Like, at first I wasn't knowing the difference. I remember that day, that was my first time even knowing, like, all right.
So you was with the guys.
I can't, I was hanging with a lot of boys.
Now, did you have mostly brothers or you got sisters as well?
Yeah, I got a sister, just was closer in age with my brother. So it was like Jack and Jill.
Now, was it, were y'all in the house with your mom and your dad or just your mom?
It was my mom. My mom raised us up. My daddy actually came on, you know, towards my adult years. He came on like 17 towards 18-ish.
Okay.
Like, you know, he came back though. Surprisingly, he came back on. My real father came back on.
Wow, that's what's up. So you got to get a solid relationship with him once you got older?
I mean, you could say that, man. It took me a minute to get over a lot of stuff, man. I always had some fly shit to say to him. You know, it was a clash, but... You know, as I grew older, you know, I got over it. Yeah. We mended it.
So mama held it down for real.
Oh yeah, for certain. For certain.
So you watched her make sure she took. How many of y'all was it total?
My mama, man, it's crazy. My mama would just take somebody in. Like she raised up like 3 other people.
Wow.
But like biologically, she only had 4 kids. But anybody could get a plate. Like, everybody know my mama. You could just pull up if you smell the grill going. She might put a broom in your hand or something. Man, sweep them steps up on your way up the steps. But she fuck with you, though. Like, she got pure intentions with you.
That's what's up.
For certain.
Yeah, so everybody knew they'd come to your house, get a plate.
Man, at the least. You know you can eat over here.
That's what's up.
For certain.
Now, what high school did you go to?
West High.
Oh, okay, so you real West Side. You West Sided out, West High.
That's crazy, yo.
Everything. What was you into in high school? What was you doing in high school?
Man, in high school, I wanted to ball. I ain't had no discipline. I was lazy. Like, then how keep my money was funny. I'd be in there trying to run, but I'd be thinking about some money shit. I couldn't even focus, like, but I was definitely awkward. I was socially awkward, like
really?
I always was. Yeah, in high school, I ain't talked to many people. I was kind of awkward in high school, but I sold candy in high school though. Yeah, I bought my first car off of selling candy in high school. Selling candy and chips and fruities.
What?
Fruities and stuff.
Say you coming to school with it on you, a whole bunch of candy, fruities, and you hustled all the way up to a car?
I got me a little whip, man. My first little whip, I did.
What grade was you in when you did this?
I think I was like in the 10th.
Wow.
I was like the 10th. I started pulling up. It's messed up though. I was in AA classes too, but I started pulling up really just to sell my candy, like. And then, I just started pulling up just to sell my candy and stuff.
So you was worried about how to get some money.
I was trying to get the money on, for certain.
Man, so you knew from an early age, like, man, I got a hustle hand, and I ain't about to just be sitting around. If I want some money, I gotta go get it.
Got to. Gotta go get it. My mama instilled that in us young, though. She's always talk her head off, like, you know, ain't no point in waiting. Don't put it off till tomorrow. You can do it today. What you putting it off for? Like,
man, that's insane to hustle all the way up to buy a car off some candy.
Off the candy, promise you. Dollared up the Grippos. You know what I was saying? Man, Mug gonna watch this that I went to high school with. Like, they gonna know. Like, oh yeah, she was in the highway, never not hot. With the Grippos, they never not hot. Dollar. Yup. Sure. Coming up to the lunchroom on it.
Wow. So you ended up graduating from West High.
I did, and I dropped out.
You dropped. What was it that made you want to drop out? You were just tired of going to school?
I wasn't focused. Like, I just wasn't focused. It was never a thing to me. Like, I wasn't taking it serious. Like, if I just feel like I don't want to get up that day, I'll put it off. Cause I feel like what I'm getting right now from going. I go today what I'm gonna get right now. I was too on some right now, like, honestly.
Now, if you weren't in school, then what you was doing?
Man, when I wasn't in school, I was running amok. Man, what? I was running around thinking I knew it all for a minute, you know, just trying to find my way with it at the same time, trying to make it make some sense.
You know How did your mom feel about that when she realized you weren't going to school anymore?
She was mad, man. I ain't gonna lie. Man. She was mad, man. I used to do some, man. I used to be so crazy. Like, my mama used to be going to work. I'd go out to school, be like, bye, mom, see you later. Like, she'd walk out and shit after I'm gone and shit. She'd think I'm gone, man. I had a back door unlocked, man. I hop back in there, man. Go do what I'm about to do. Then leave back out, whatever. Like, sometimes she wouldn't know, but, I mean, wasn't nothing she could really do about it.
So at this time now, it's kind of like you older and you making your own decisions at that point in time.
For certain.
Yeah. So since you was like, well, you know what, I'm done with school. What was your next plan? What was next? So you turned 18 and now you ain't got to go to school. You grown. What was your next plan? What was your next thing to do?
Man, I ain't never really know exactly what I wanted to do. I was just trying to find myself. Like, I was trying to like what I do. I was more worried about if I like what I'm doing. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't focused. Like, I wasn't even necessarily thinking about. I was in love with, like, just the chase. Like, all right, I know I like doing this. Dang, I got to do this to get it. All right, let me hurry up. Let me scramble, see what I can do. All right, yeah, now then I start falling in love with the chase more so because it's like, now I can do what I want to do. It wasn't necessarily like I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to like whatever I was doing. If I like kicking and smoking weed, that's what the fuck I'm trying to do right now. But damn, I got to do something to get some weed, or I got to, like, back then I was a stoner. Like, I had come in there smelling like it. So
you was smoking every day?
I was just like some Wiz Khalifa type time. I ain't gonna lie. I was just smoking weed.
Now, were you messing with music at this time? Or did you get into music yet? When did music become a part of Tasha Bands? It always been a part of me because, like, for a long time, like I said, I was socially awkward. Like, I wouldn't even talk to a lot of people. I vividly remember going through the highways with buzz in my ear, like listening to like Dedication or something, and I'd be saying it word for word, and nigga thinking I'm talking to them or something. Somebody like, what you say? Like, nah. Like, I wouldn't even give them a chance to talk to me. Like, I just be in my bubble about it. So music always played a part, like played a role. Like, I don't know, but I always like wrote a lot. All the time, Like, I used to think, I'm like, my first time actually trying to make a song was Missy Elliott. I remember seeing Missy Elliott. I was young as hell. I seen Missy Elliott with the silver joint on. Busting out. I'm like, I thought I wrote the rap. I took it back to my sister, like, and I tried to say what Missy Elliott said. I'm like, you like that? Like, she like, man, hell no, we gotta get you together. You say your sister wasn't feeling it?
Yeah, she's like, we gotta get you together. That ain't yours, Tasha. That ain't how you do it. Like, my sister really taught me how to put it together for real.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie.